based on ancient Hindu economic treatise by Paramashiva, the primordial Hindu divinity, describe three kinds of economic systems and their principles. First, for things that do not perish by sharing, such as education and knowledge, Paramashiva recommends that no fee be charged. For survival needs such as food and healthcare, barter and charity are recommended. Third, for all other infrastructure development works and services and commodities, gold and conventional currency based transactions are allowed. These systems are still in a practice in the modern day, but grossly overlooked and not sufficiently studied with their close relation to mainstream economics. The World Health Organization and GISAID provided early access to data regarding the virus. This is an example of an open knowledge economic policy where the critical data about the virus was not monetized. Similarly, the South Korea helped USA across access mask and testing kits. And there was a hope that this would lead to a reciprocal arrangement in terms of vaccine, which is like a barter based model allowed in food and healthcare. Hindu policies for food security. A highly effective concept for ensuring food security in ancient Hindu nations was that of food grain banks. These were prevalent until 18th century. The elderly in villages would start food grain banks with a seed capital of grains collected by fundraising. If any person met with a crisis such as a crop failure, a food grains bank, the food grain banks would lend him grains in exchange for an interest. The compound interest was prohibited in grain banks, which the debtor was expected to return with the principal grain amount during the next harvest. The bank would expand its reserves of food grains based on interest earned and donations. At the time of severe crisis such as famine, the entire village would be able to withdraw these grains, and if required, all such grain loans would be written off on humanitarian grounds. The next is Hindu temples, food is shared for free as a policy. This was the case in both ancient times and in modern times. 27 years, every month, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his ASMT community has served more than 3 million free organic meals in religious gatherings to everyone without discrimination and have served over 1 billion free meals in total. Such private and public efforts are crucial to ease the threats of starvation, which is estimated to hit a billion people worldwide. And next is monitor global health. The crisis requires government to take aggressive, proactive measures to monitoring health. Smartphone applications have been used by the government that are based on health code, health code color systems that categorize individuals into three color groups based on their health status and travel history, and then determine whether they need to be quarantined. You can see the supporting articles now. Though there were privacy related concerns associated with these approaches, some of these measures, such as agile daily reporting systems for accounting of newly suspected diagnosed asymptomatic cases, number of their deaths and generating area-wide statistics have played an important role in proactively responding to curb the spread of the disease and are being considered for implementation by the various countries. Now you're seeing the supporting documentation. In Hinduism, this is about traditional medicine, the article which was published. In Hinduism, nature and public um, planet Earth are registered, respected as living divine mother energies capable of providing us with all our survival needs, that is, food, medicines, etc. Though traditional medicines such as TCM and Ayurveda are effective in addressing COVID related issues, a few years ago, a Nobel Prize was awarded for scientific work based on traditional medicine. The mainstream Western medicine has chosen to characterize Ayurveda as pseudoscience and the TCM as unscientific. Such demeaning of traditional medicine systems have led nations to consider taking defensive unilateral decisions to protect their interest. The outright rejection of traditional medicine is not wise, and such policies should be revisited, especially as these medicine systems are time tested and have kept people healthy for several generations. Kailas Union recommends government worldwide provide solutions like Kailas Hindu medicinal care, which includes complete free of charge services such as Ayurveda, Siddha, yoga, Western medicines, and multi layered quarantine for complementing their ongoing public health efforts. You can see the supporting document articles document submitted in this um, Kailas, the nation submitted a report to the United Nations, which now recognizes United Nations recognizes this report on COVID-19 and multilateralism. Everyone should be provided access to traditional healthcare systems free from policies that are prejudicial and discriminatory towards these systems. The creation of food grain bank systems and other traditional economic systems, as described in this report, would help the most vulnerable people of the world. You can see the supporting documentation which were published in the report on COVID-19 and multilateralism. Now, you can use this opportunity and join now in these COVID care protection centers. Kailas are de facto spiritual centers and save your life. And register now through the link below, https:// kailasa.org/Kailasa care. Now we have the exciting news. The live satsang is going to be at the 7 p.m., 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. We have they're going to be blessed with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's live satsang at 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. Let's get prepared. Now, having seen the various reports and the Devi Parashakti's readings and on the mental health effects of the majority of the people are getting affected by the mental health related issues, how and they also revealed that the solution is doing the yoga and spiritual practices and related practices. So how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived and been reviving the across the globe so many Kailasas ecosystems, which is mainly based on temple sciences and the related, how these ecosystems are serving the humanity and protecting the lives from corona. Let's see of these more statistics and how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived these ecosystems. Now, across the world, all the doors have shut and the temples have been locked down due to the rise in the pandemic. The Kailasa doors are open to save your life. So now let us see some statistics of the India across India. The temples have been shut down. For example, the Siddhi Vinayak temple shut down till further orders. The Shirdi temple administration took the decision after the Maharashtra government on Sunday announced a weekend lockdown and night curfew in the state to control the spread of coronavirus. Puri Jagannath temple to remain closed for public, keeping in view the surge of COVID-19 cases in Odisha and also in Puri. The authorities of the temple of Lord Jagannath in the pilgrim town on Sunday. The famous temple is closed for the devotees since May 5th as a statewide lockdown was imposed by the Odisha government. Not only the Puri Jagannath temple, but all the religious places closed for public in Bhubaneswar as city records the highest daily COVID surge, with the Odisha capital Bhubaneswar registering the highest ever single day spike of 581 new COVID-19 cases. The local municipal authorities recently declared closure of all religious places like temples, mosques, gurudwaras, and churches for devotees till further orders. In Uttar Pradesh, the major Madura temples banned the entry of devotees amidst the COVID-19 surge. Two major temples of the Sapta Devalaya, the cluster of 7 temples in Vrindavan, banned the entry of the devotees in view of the rising COVID-19 cases. On the other side, the Gujarat Somnath temple closed for darshan amidst the COVID-19 surge. In view of the COVID-19 surge infections, the Somnath Temple Trust has announced that the temple will remain shut for devotees from April 11th for an indefinite period. On the other hand, the Chola era temple Murtis beheaded in Tamil Nadu. The murtis of the Chola era temple have been vandalized in Pudukkoti, Tamil Nadu. A devotee who went to the temple was shocked to find all the murtis in the temple in a beheaded state. He lodged a complaint with the local police later. The Kailasanatha temple uh, in a village of in Pudukkottai is said to belong to the era of Kulichunga Chola too. With Shiva as the presiding deity, the temple houses other deities such as Ganesha, Parvati, Murugan, Krishna, and Nandi. All of these murtis were discovered in a beheaded state a few days ago. Now, let us see the in the times when COVID-19 is rampant, the ancient systems are in lockdown. Ancient temples are in lockdown because of the risk of the widespread corona disease. The devotees of these temples were visiting and having darshan of their gods and goddesses for thousands of years. At all these ancient sacred sentiments have come to a harming halt after the lockdowns have taken place. The religious fervor of the devotees is being lost due to the pandemic. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is reviving these e-Kailasa ecosystem and bringing all the ancient traditions of the online platforms on Kailasa TV, YouTube, and Facebook. Now, let us see the fundamentals of why deity worship. In the Kailasa ecosystems, mainly based on the deity worship, temple based ecosystems. So, let us understand the basics revealed of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Why deity worship? In his own words, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in his own words, please understand deities are not mere idols, they are embodiment of ideals. We do not worship the idols, we worship the ideals presented through the idols. When the divine is present before him in a form that he can see, touch, and relate to, the transmutation becomes an easy and joyful process. Second, the deities in a real kshetra are always carved in the form of ancient masters and enlightened beings. Even though no longer in the body, they can be invoked through the name or form they used while in the physical plane. When we pray to the deity or chant its name, the corresponding divine vibration is automatically awakened and becomes available on the energy plane to guide and bless us. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals that we've mastered the science of bringing the divine to the deities and expressing the divine through the deities. The whole science has been mastered in the Vedic tradition. The revival of temples will be the revival of world peace and world bliss. Revival of temple culture and deity worship, where people are made to look in. That is where the revival of Sanatana Dharma, the Advaita Satya, is going to happen. The divine has infinite, auspicious qualities. And with these auspicious qualities, any one quality they manifest when a devotee intensely pray to protect him, or when they manifest a different form with other different form to protect the whole world. For example, Shiva saved Markandeya from death. Markandeya was born to destined that he was to live only 16 years. On the day of his um, death, the Kala Lord the Lord of Death, Kala, arrived to take his life away. And Markandeya, praying intensely since long to know this fact, and he prayed to Paramashiva intensely. And on the day when Kala came to take his life away, he hugged the Paramashiva Linga and intensely prayed to him. And that's when Paramashiva manifested as Kala Kala, the Lord of Death. And saved Markandeya from death, and he became an independent deity as Kala Kala. As Kalakala, not only he saved the life of Markandeya, he also gave him the boon of eternity. And Markandeya wrote many scriptures, including the Mrityundaya mantra. Same way, he danced in Paramashiva, danced in ecstasy. That action become Nataraja. Paramashiva, as a Nataraja, performed the as a cosmic dancer, performed the Panchakrutya so casually. The, the creation of this universe, sustenance, and the pulling out of the rejuvenation and pulling out of the delusion and giving us the liberation. All these Panchakrutya, the five actions, he performs just as a cosmic dancer. Similarly, Mahavishnu's every action of showering blessings on the world becomes Lakshmi. Brahma's very action of constantly sharing the wisdom becomes Saraswati. So each of the actions of the ultimate becomes an independent intelligence and energy. When you connect with those independent intelligences, those deities, where you want, whatever you want, immediately happens. Whatever result you want, worship with right those divine energies who are the personification of those specific actions. Immediate results are achieved by connecting with those deities. In this world, this can be a powerful method through which you can achieve whatever you want in your life. Join in these COVID care protection centers, save your life, and enjoy the joy, peace, and bliss, and much more. Register now through the link below, https colon forward slash kailasa.org, Kailasa, kailasa.org forward slash kailasa, Kailasace. We will resume the session after a very short break. And today we have an exciting news of 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gracing us with his live satsang. So let's get tuned to the satsang. Let's get prepared for that. We'll resume the session after a very short break.
What I mean by the word Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is Kailasa. I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world. All
powerful cognition, knowledge. Only when you live, power manifestation and possibilities manifestation happens. This is a fundamental truth.
Now, welcome back. Now, let us understand the Kailasas ecosystems established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism over 27 years. Kailasa is a place where everything related to superconsciousness is revealed. All the sampradayas. The sampradaya is the multiple, the sects of Hinduism, each exploring the science of awakening the individual's peak possibility in a unique, time-tested, foolproof way. So the all the sampradayas, all the spiritual ecosystems created for enlightenment will be revived and established in such a way it never gets lost again. There is forever serving the humanity, says the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, let us understand in his own voice a revival of Hinduism's temple ecosystems.
I am going to revive Hinduism by setting up a model community, enlightenment ecosystem. I'm going to create absolutely from the scratch newly self-sustaining, temple-based Hindu ancient enlightenment ecosystem and civilization based on that. Understand? Kailasa is reviving the ancient Hindu enlightened civilization. Paramashiva himself manifested this Kailasa Mandala, the enlightenment ecosystem, and the lifestyle. I am going to revive this whole enlightenment ecosystem, Kailasa, by creating a model Kailasas all over the world.
Next, the adulation of violence in recent lifestyle has enabled disruption in several nations, affecting millions of lives with a mental distress, physical health elements, defalcation of food supply, and pinpointed destruction to the infrastructure of several countries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, has dedicated his entire life and made it his mission to bring the global peace from the ground level through the Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship and Department of Human Services to bring the humanity create a life of freedom and peace for every individual on the planet and through the revival of the temple ecosystems. The director of the National Institute of Mental Health, Joshua Gordon, director of the Mental Health National Institute of Mental Health, pointed out that environmental factors present both a risk and protective influences on mental health. He grouped such factors into three groups: individual factors such as the microbiome, natural and built components include green spaces, housing, and highways, which may play a role in health disparities. Third, the social factors like family structure, poverty, and other social determinants of health. From 1994 to this date, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has worked tirelessly in the revival of temple ecosystems globally. Through Kailasa Department of Religion and Worship, the Department of Human Services, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, this lifelong commitment to the mission and vision of bringing global harmony and sustainable living and reproductive systems has been proven in building active, contributing temple ecosystems around the world. Now you can see the glimpses of this how the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revived these ecosystems, the temple ecosystems across the world over 27 years. Now you see the glimpses from 2006, 21st October, the following a meditation under the sacred banyan tree of Adi Kailasa, peacekeepers of Kailasa, along with the children of the Nityananda Gurukul, celebrate the auspicious occasion of Diwali. This picture is taken in Adi Kailasa, Sarvajna Peetam. Now, on 22nd, 2018, the peacekeepers of Kailasa and the practitioner participants of the Paramashivoham meditation workshop take part in a celebration of a traditional flag hoisting ceremony. These pictures again are taken from Adi Kailasa Sarvajna Peetam. Now you're seeing the pictures are where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting Nityananda Spurana Convention, the Life Bliss Program Level 2, a meditation workshop, Chennai, India. The picture is taken on 14th December 2006. Now you're seeing the pictures are from 17th December 2006, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducting the Nityananda Spurana Convention, which is also called the Life Bliss Program Level 2 at St. Peter's Engineering College, Chennai. Now you're seeing the pictures from 2006 Himalayan Yatra. The peacekeepers of Kailasa and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism embark on the Himalayan Yatra, the traditional sacred pilgrimage to the Himalayan mountains and up to the river Ganga Harshil. Now, the temple ecosystem of Tirunamalai serves as the driving factor in maintaining the lifestyle of health, wealth, and well being for the citizens of Tirunamalai, where you find in these pictures where Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself welcoming the lakhs of devotees at the Tirunamalai in a procession. He's waving the flag to welcome the devotees. And now you're seeing the pictures of these peacekeepers of Kailasa and the participants of the Paramashivoham meditation workshop take part in morning meditation and traditional puja or ritualistic worship. The pictures are taken on 31st December 2018. Now you're seeing the pictures of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, the distribution of sweet butter as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, which the pictures are taken on 17th August 2014. And now we are seeing the pictures from 17th January 24 again as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations um, of where you can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and all the peacekeepers of Kailasa joyfully celebrating the festival with so many activities. Now you're seeing the pictures as part of the Krishna Janmashtami celebrations, where you see the peacekeepers of Kailasa distributing the free organic food to the to one and all. Now you're seeing the pictures of where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself demonstrating the value of the Karaseva. The picture is taken on 11th September 2006, where the peacekeepers of Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, take part in Karaseva, the voluntary contribution of physical service towards the cleaning or construction of the sacred Hindu temple. The pictures are taken in Adi Kailasa, Bidadi, Bangalore. Now you're seeing the pictures are from way back in 2013, 2nd Jan, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, arrives with the volunteers and Kailasa's peacekeepers to provide relief efforts to the cyclone hit Pondicherry region through the distribution of food, water, basic necessities, medical camps, and clearing the local roads for further relief efforts. This picture is taken in Pondicherry, South India. Now, seeing the pictures of taken on 4th January 2012, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism monitoring the food preparations as to serve to the victims as part of the Thane flood relief. And you can see the Pondicherry Thane flood relief medical camps, which are clicked on 3rd Jan 2012. Now, Kailasa's ecosystems around the world, you can see the ecosystems across the globe, across the continent, they have spread. Way back in 1994, the leftmost picture where you see Mataji Vibhudananda Puri, you can see the picture along with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Kailasa in Tirunamalai, it traditionally passed on to the hands of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Masannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam. And on this right, you see the same Tirunamalai Adhinam in 2017, where the Kailasa in Tirunamalai receiving visitors and delegates for the Kalpataru meditation workshop and Shivadiksha. Now you're seeing the pictures of Kailasa in Tirunamalai, January 2011, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself directly serving the Annadanam. And you can also see the rightmost picture where he's and part of the traditional temple services at Tirunamalai. On 11th March 2017, Kailasa in Tirunamalai, thousands arrived to celebrate the enlightenment ecosystem and to traditionally meet the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam. And you're seeing the pictures from Tiruchangodu Sarvajna Peetam, which is also called Adi Nityananda Peetam, the first temple ecosystem established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nityananda Paramashivam, at the age of 23, and on the banks of the sacred Kaveri River in 2001. This was the start of the borderless Hindu temple ecosystem, and we know today as Kailasa. Now you're seeing the pictures from Adi Kailasa Nityananda Peetam in Bidadi, where you see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established, and this is the first Bhumi Puja, the worship of the Mother Earth, and the first consecration stone placed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. After having a vision of the sacred banyan tree, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had established the Adi Kailasa temple ecosystem with this same banyan tree at its heart. The main headquarters of the Kailasa way back, it's established in way back in 2003. Now you're seeing the pictures of the Adi Kailasa um, Sarvagnapeetam, the deities and the sacred banyan tree of Adi Kailasa, and the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nityanandeshwari Paramashakti and the Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Linga. All these deities are continuously available for all of you from wherever you are via live stream. Now you're seeing the pictures are from Adi Kailasa Nityananda Peetam, the where the continuous flow of worship and temple services you can see via live stream. You can see some more pictures. Now you're seeing the pictures of Kailasa in Columbus, Ohio, USA. This is the first temple established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism outside of India. The temple physically came to life in just 9 months. The chief presiding deities of the temple are Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nityanandeshwari Paramashakti. The deities are 7 feet tall granite, made with granite and weighing 6 tons. And their divine faces have been carved directly, hand carved by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now you're seeing the pictures are from the Los Angeles Kailasa in Los Angeles. The Los Angeles temple is the first inaugurated temple in 2005, then established in its permanent location in 2007. Houses the largest Shivalinga and Rajarajeshwari in North America. Now you're seeing the pictures of that where if and some more pictures of this temple where the Los Angeles temple is the temple complex is about 25,000 square foot and housing over 80 plus deities. It is one of the largest Hindu temple ecosystems in the West. Now, you're seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in Seattle, Washington, housing the blissful dancing form of Ganesha, the largest living Nataraja deity outside of India. Kailasa in Seattle is also known as the Chidambaram of the West. The Chidambaram temple, the ancient Hindu temple where Paramashiva resides as Nataraja. The cosmic dancer and expression of Akasha, the space dimension. The Nataraja has also been revealed to be the center of Earth's magnetic equator. Now you're seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in San Jose, California. Inaugurated in 2009, um, the Kailasa in San Jose radiates the energy of the Madurai Meenakshi Amman temple. The chief presiding deities of the temple are Devi Paramashakti, Devi Meenakshi, the Shivalinga, and Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva and Nityanandeshwara Nityanandeshwari Paramashakti, which have been created, installed, and energized by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Madurai Meenakshi Amman Temple, home to Devi Meenakshi, the divine cosmic mother and the consort of Lord Sundareshwara, the most beautiful and blissful form of Lord Shiva. Now we are seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in St. Louis, Missouri. Alongside the Shivalinga and Nityananda Ganesha, the Kailasa in St. Louis carries the energy of Tirumala Tirupati of South India and houses the one of the tallest Venkateswara deities in North America, along with his consorts. Sri Devi and Bhudevi. The beautiful landscape nestled among the woods and rolling hills of Missouri stretches over 20 acres. Tirumala Tirupati is one of the most beloved of Lord Vishnu, whose temple is the most visited of any religion in the world. Now we are seeing the pictures are from Kailasa and Phoenix, Arizona, home to over 21 deities and with a temple structure of 2,500 square foot. Kailasa and Phoenix has been directly established by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, serving as an energy field of worship, meditation, and celebration for over 7 years. Now you're seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in Houston, Texas. Formally inaugurated in 2017, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has declared Kailasa in Houston as the Parihara Sthala for all the Navagraha doshas. Parihara Sthala, which uh, um, will remove all ill effects of the nine celestial bodies. The celestial bodies are held, will hold you responsible for all the good, bad that you did. So, but in the course of time, if anyone realize their mistakes and want to do the prayashchitta, you can do the parihara, where the deities will reduce the effect of the ill effects of mm, the action that you did. So the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had declared the Kailasa in Houston as the Parihara Sthala for all the Navagraha doshas. Now we are seeing the pictures are from Kailasa in Toronto, Canada. Inaugurated on July 2011, Kailasa in Toronto is the only Hindu temple in the West with all 63 Naimanath and 18 Siddhas residing as deities. The temple deities here are seated exactly as they existentially preside in Kailasa around Paramashiva, the primary deity of Hinduism. Naivanaths are the most endearing and notable saints of Hinduism, and Siddhas are the meaning the accomplished perfected one. Kailasa in Toronto, Canada, active and alive from 2011 onwards, Kailasa in Toronto has been blessed to radiate the superconsciousness energy of Kailasa. This temple ecosystem goes on providing various temple services to the community, such as Annadan and traditional Hindu ceremonies. Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship, the Department of Human Services, and each of the Kailasa's temple ecosystems consider the right of happiness to be the highest fundamental right to all human beings. In fact, the all beings. The ultimate goal of Hinduism and Kailasa, led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is the material and the spiritual well-being and prosperity of humanity. Join now in Kailasa's COVID care protection centers and by registering the link below https colon / kailasa.org / kailasa care. Now let us see the contributions from the Kailasa's Department of Religion and Worship during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Nityanandeswara Paramashiva Devalayam, which is live on NTV and also live stream, is available. The Kalpa Vriksha, this is the Kalpa Vriksha, where available continuously available to all the devotees for granting whatever they wish for. Now you can see the deities are also available on the live stream. See, the various abhishekams, alankaram, the temple rituals are continuously happening. Revelations to the world by the Devi Parashakti on 12th May 2021. Devi revealed that I came as Nija Avatar. I am blessing you. Listen, people, listen. To do good to all of you, I have taken the form of Nityananda and came down as Nija Avatar. People of India, listen carefully. Listen. Time after time, Bharatam is Jnana Bhumi, where enlightenment have to come. They have to live and it has to flower. Few hypocrites, because they are stuck in delusion, we cannot sacrifice the world. Cosmos cannot be destroyed. The ship I did to save the cosmos from being destroyed, that is called Adi Kailasa. The ship I did to protect beings from Pralaya in Adi Kailasa. Because of conspiracy of Drohis and enemies rule, the captain has to leave the ship. Before 12 years, knowing the great deluge that is going to happen, all Aushadas by this Guru Purnima, that Jnana Rasavadam, Navapashana is going to flower. Allow people to come and take dip in Navapashana flower. People, whoever comes and dip in Vaidya Sarovar, they will not have death, they will not have corona. Crores and crores of people will come in line. Every day they will dip in the Ananda Lingam. On 13th May, Devi continue to reveal that listen well to my words. For India, I made ship as protection. The Nityananda Navapashana Lingam in Vaidya Sarovar. Go to Adi Kailasa, O Indians, listen. All those regretting losing Nityananda Nija Avatara without confusion and without talking, just as a lip service, go to Adi Kailasa. Scores of people will come there looking for health, Navapashana water feast, and medicine to get health and protection and enlightenment. To protect India from the great destruction, I, Parashakti, made this huge ship. Even if captain is not there, ship is there. When the first world countries closed their borders during a massive global emergency, Kailasa has opened its not only doors to all without exception. Join the COVID care protection centers. Register now through the link below. https colon forward slash kailasa.org Kailasa care. The link is projected. Make use of this opportunity. Save your life and protect from this corona. And now
Nityanandam, Jnanapadati Manual, under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadasham Tattamasyadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness,
when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita Turyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift. Playing with life. Playing with being alive.
Beautifully, Bhagwan explains that it is a cognitive shift or manifestation from what you understand as body and mind and to superconscious breakthrough as consciousness, as Paramashiva, the superconscious breakthrough. It is a science of our manifestation. It is a science because it is repeatable and it is achievable by each one of us. That is why Bhagavan has given us science and the evidences supporting the science, the Shastra Pramana, scriptural evidences, the eternal unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, Vedas and Agamas. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of Apta. Apta are the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Lalvas, Siddhas, millions of them who are authority of Hinduism, who have manifested these powers, who have had the superconscious breakthrough from human to superconscious being, the conscious sovereignty as their reality. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Parameshwaran, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of our manifestation. Bhagavan plays the very own Leela to showcase how a human can have a cognitive shift and have a superconscious breakthrough as their reality. Chakshi Pramana, the millions of experience of the devotees, disciple, follower all around the world initiated by Bhagavan into the science of our manifestation. The Pratyaksha Pramana, the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Again and again, Bhagavan says how beautifully we can experience the thoughtless space. And whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard, he himself is here to manifest through all of us as the reality. How the Balasans experience the Kailash courtyard. Now all of us are blessed here in this session to experience the same Kailash courtyard manifesting power session and having a superconscious breakthrough. Let's go to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana are the eternal truth, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, Vedas and the Agamas. Here, this is for the power of breath dimension. Beautifully, Bhagavan has given from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandane Shariropatihi. Bhagavan Paramashiva says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifest at once length, breadth, depth, time and space. Beautifully he says, Shakti Sandane, the aiming and fixing on self, the self on Shakti. That is the first beautiful instruction. How we are cognizing the outer world as reality. If we drop that and start experiencing the oneness with a higher space and understand, cognize, and have the intelligence to understand that we are conscious beings, we are not deluded, just human beings. Bhagavan has initiated us into experience the consciousness. So holding that as the very core, conscious sovereignty as our priority, not just a purpose, but our priority in life to experience the ultimate as our intelligence, as our reality. Bhagavan beautifully gives us aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, having the stability to hold the oneness space as our reality, which is inside us, not outside us. And understanding, having the jnana, the vairagya and jnana, that intelligence, that everything that happens is a projection of what I am inside. If I hold Paramashiva, which is the very core, very existence of me, I can manifest and demand and command my life how I want. With all the intelligence, I become the intelligence and simply download, simply heal, simply manifest whatever I want. They were acquiring so much of wealth. The Bragadeshwara temple, one of the largest temple in the India, it was covered with gold completely, tons of gold, not just 1 ton or 2 ton, hundreds of tons of gold. It was covered. It is not possible to dig some mine and get the gold and manifest the gold. It was just manifested. Even now, after centuries, it is clearly seen that still gold are being taken from the temples, and we are seeing all the golden temple that is happening. Even Vellore temple, the Amma just rolled a coconut, rolling a coconut, that's all he performs as power manifestation. But the inner space, he has matured into the ultimate oneness space, which has formed as a Vellore golden temple in South India. Now recently, just 50 years back, he constructed the golden temple, a school teacher who was going in a cycle. How are these things possible? What happens to them? That is what Bhagavan is teaching each one of us, to give some time and effort to what is conscious sovereignty. If we understand the greater science and we are intelligent enough to grasp the higher intelligence as our reality, we can also manifest, because it's thousands and millions of them have built all these temples and still manifesting all these great signs. So why not me? And each one of us can manifest. That is what Bhagavan gives us, the ultimate reality. Now he gives the first step, aiming and fixing the self on Shakti. Tyaga Raja, somebody asked Tyaga Raja, even if I sing on all the Lord, will I become enlightened? For that he replied, 96 crore times I chanted the Ramanama, which became myself, and from that enlightened space I sang all these great songs. And beautifully, all the Tyagaraja Kirtane was formed from that space of nothingness, thoughtlessness, and Paramashiva. The greatest achievement is only from the space of inner space, where you become the conscious sovereignty and become the reality, and not have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred. When Buddha was born, there were dozens of people trying, astrologer trying to see who he will become. They all predicted him to become a king or a sadhu, the greatest sadhu. But one of them said he will become the sadhu only. And all of the astrologer, they said very clearly, once he decides as sadhu, he'll be the greatest sadhu. And they went and told their kids from the birth that they will be a great sadhu that you guys can follow. And they were brought up into that context. And all these of 12 people who predicted, 6 of them went when Buddha left everything in his palace and went and sat. But 6 years, nothing happened. Nothing. He did all the greatest things of Kriya and pranayama, yoga, everything intensely, but nothing happened. So these 6 sadhus left him, and they said nothing is happening. But Buddha did not give up. He still said, till my body evaporates, I am going to hold that. That is what the will persistence, that is fixing, aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness. When he said those words, let my body melt, I am going to be here forever, only holding this, my cognition. When he had the clarity in his cognition, it can be even in outer world. If you have the clarity, you will have a breakthrough into the next conscious level. But he had the utmost clarity into the utmost space of oneness, and he became the Buddha we know. And the supreme power, the oneness, he became the oneness with the supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed. Now Buddha has cognized and willed. The Jnana Vairagya has simply become bolted. Then the Bhakti flowers into the quantum space. This is Jnana Vairagya Bhakti that Bhagavan is beautifully giving us again and again to understand conscious sovereignty. For the breadth dimension Apta Pramana, Vishwakarma, what is the greatest artist, and he created all kinds of things, even the formation of Mahabharata war, or he created all the weapons, or he created all the beautiful um, temples and architecture, everything. The flying Vimana was the specialist. So he created the Vimana for Ravana, is the clearly shown in the Valmiki Ramayana, Sarga 127, verse 29-30. Beautifully, all this great ascent, Yuddha Khanda, it is given how these Vimana are made. And even now, in all the temples in the underground, the Vimanas are all present. And we just need the science to download what Bhagwan is giving us to raise ourselves as consciously and start driving all these Vimana in a physical reality. And that is what Bhagwan says, after 2030, I will be flying all these greatest things and all the siddhas will come down. We have a great future to experience all this reality. Atma Pramana, Bhagwan himself beautifully explains the greatest science.
In Arunachaleshwara temple, in the shrine, Sannidhi of Devi Unnamulayamman, I was standing in one corner. Suddenly I saw the cosmic geometrical representation. That time I did not know the word, only now, later on I came to know it is Sri Yantra in the golden, shining, absolute energy light form. And then Devi appeared in this very form. She is gracing now with Lakshmi and Saraswati. When I had darshan, I saw only Devi, Bhuvaneshwari. Here she is gracing with Lakshmi and Saraswati. There, when I had darshan, I saw her only this form, the Angusha and Pasha and Abhaya and Varada. It's just too much. Too much. Slowly, that very geometry and that form both disappeared into my inner space. Then went back to home, carved the deity as I experienced in the stone, carved the Devi the same way I saw in stone, and carved that Sri Chakra the same way I saw in copper plate. This happened. You can see the yantra I carved after the darshan at the age of 10. And this is the deity of the Devi. This is the deity of the Devi I carved at the age of 10. Actually, this happened during Navratri time only. I do not know whether it happened exactly on the 4th day, 5th day and all that. But during the Navratri time, let me enter into the...
So amazing. Beautifully, we can see how the carving of the yantra simply happened. Now you can see the Balasans doing the third eye blindfold and manifesting the powers. All these great science is for everyone to experience the higher reality.
I got to learn in Gurukul.
She was initiated, actually, by a guru, but we'll talk more about that later. She demonstrated her impressive ability on Capitol Hill, and then again at this Vedic temple in Southern California.
All I can say is be prepared to be amazed.
Did American business.
She plays with toys, letting an audience member mix one set before matching up the colors as though her eyes were wide open.
First the green, then the orange, then the blue, then the blue, then the yellow, then the like a donut.
Wonderful.
Even onlooker at a game of tic-tac-toe.
X, I won.
Yay!
You can see how these great truth has become reality in the children. And it is possible for each one of us, simply blindfolded many fold, and they are able to do it. And this is a science. It's a science that everybody can experience the oneness and manifest as powers. That is why all the balasans, we had a world record of all the balasans, 108, and actually more than 108 of them at the same time, demonstrating the third eye power to the professionals of the world record and showcasing to the world. All this is possible for each one of us. Each one of us are gods and goddesses. If you're here listening to that, be very clear, you're the chosen one for the power manifestation session, and you will manifest all the powers. The only thing that we need to understand is drop the self doubt, self denial, self hatred. It is nothing to do with us as humans. We are born as superconscious being. We download. The first thing we do is manifest the power of breathing. Who teaches us? Where we go to the school, we have to do that. Everything naturally we know how the baby starts sucking and how the baby start looking and walking and talking. Everything is a mirror neuron which happens in our system, even science. Same way, Bhagwan is vibrating in the quantum and he is initiating us to vibrate in the quantum. If we drop the incompletion in us and start looking in and follow the steps Bhagwan is giving, simply we will also vibrate in the higher frequency. When our frequency match the universal frequency, we manifest powers. And that happens when you raise your frequency without the disturbance of the outer world. Now let's apply the Jnananjan in the Kantamala, in your third eye and your temples. And switch on the video camera so you can see how you're going to experience this. So you have a partner, they can draw simple diagrams. If you don't have partner, you can take any beautiful magazine which has lots of pictures, and you can choose a page and decide to draw what is inside the page. If somebody is there, they can draw some pictures for you, and without opening or looking at the drawing, you are going to draw the picture. And drawing and matching the diagram, exactly the colors, the pictures, whatever is there. If you don't have crayons, don't worry, write the colors. I'm putting the shade red here, I'm putting the shade blue here. So if it matches perfectly, you have manifested the power. Simple, very simple. Just download through third eye and match it with whatever is there in the magazine. And if you got some of the colors correct or some of the pictures correct, pictures somehow everybody loves. The breath dimension is a flow of life. The music, the art, the instruments, and the Balasans used to play all the instruments just by hearing once. We were shocked how a person can play flute and veena at just the first shot. But they were extraordinary playing all these instruments, and repeatedly that they demonstrated on the stage the tawil just by learning on just one day. And the person who taught him was an expert. He said, I did 25 years of tapas to learn the science, how your balasans are downloading. Whether it is Mallakamba sir or a music sir in balasans, they just get blown away. If you're a teacher of balasans, you'll know how you experience that truth. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. So let us experience, each one of us sitting as gods and goddesses, Parashakti, Paramashiva, with 25 heads, so much of awareness, and with 75 eyes and 50 hands. You can draw such a beautiful in detail picture. Absolute unclutching from this mirage world, which is not the way we perceive. It is only a perception. It is not in real. The real that is there is Ganga and Himalayas, but all others are our perception, how we are perceiving in our own reality. The existential reality is not the same way. Like for the dream, You have the dream, you go through the dream, you are experiencing something with somebody, but when you wake up, the somebody is there, but the way you experienced with that person in the dream is not there. So what happens to that cognition, that relationship, that thing? It is just shallow, but you actually have such a deeper and more clearer relationship with that person. So all these dreams, what we are experiencing right now is also a dream, whatever we are experiencing in the outer world. Then how do we experience the higher reality? That is what Bhagavan gives us science. Absolute unclutching from your thought. No thoughts allowed. How in the dream or deep sleep? You don't put one foot in the thought and one foot, you don't watch your gadget and also sleep. You drop the gadget, then go to sleep. Same way, drop your gadgets, drop the thought, and go into the Paramashiva space, melting in Paramashiva. As you chant, the bhakti should overflow in gratitude, in oneness. Then the bhakti becomes a reality. Understanding that Paramashiva is quantum, understanding Paramashiva is ultimate, understanding Paramashiva is a self-effulgent light. God has come as Guru for each one of us to manifest, and He is sitting more than us, waiting to see who is manifesting. So, we experiencing that oneness with Paramashiva and intensely chanting the Mahavakya, entangling with Bhagavan, every gesture of Him, every movement of Him, every smile of Him, just enjoying that chanting, enjoying your own chanting and being in alive, aware. A thought comes again, drop it. If you're sitting with Bhagavan right now, how would you feel? Just hold that powerful space. And if you're called by the president of the country and you're sitting with him, how would you feel? Hold that. Become intense, become in oneness, and melt in the presence of him. And whatever he shows, let him show. You draw and you think, oh, this is some problem I had in the morning, I'm drawing that. Yes, draw that. Even that will bring a solution. These are not just a child game. These are something which manifest in you, the breath dimension, clearing all the incompletions in you and bringing so much of auspiciousness, sensitivity, creativity, and discoveries and inventions happen in this dimension. When you start manifesting these dimensions, not just you're going to have some diagram drawn, but something phenomenal just occurs to you during these times. So all of us sitting and doing the Mahavakya, melting in presence of Bhagavan, simply we will manifest the higher reality, auspiciousness beyond the pain, healing so much that can happen inside us. Bhagavan beautifully says, a person who's caught in length dimension hurts himself and others. Person is in breath dimensions, heals himself and others. So let's get into the breath dimension and chant the Mahavakya, intensely chant with a deep oneness. And whatever Bhagavan shows, please note it down and we'll verify at the end of the session. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya.
Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Om Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Om Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Om Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Om Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Om Nityanandan Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivam. Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever prasada you have received, whatever drawing that Bhagavan has shown and you have drawn, such accuracy matching of everything suddenly just manifest in you when you are in oneness with Paramashiva. Everybody says only when they don't really be thinking and just enjoying the whole space they manifest powers. So just in the oneness space, whatever you experience, start just downloading whatever Paramashiva shows, and you'll be shocked to get the exact picture. It is not guessing, it is not something you are doing. It is Paramashiva in you who's showing that he is sitting there right now experiencing the oneness with you, and he is more there than you. That is the reality. Paramashiva in us is more than what we are. Bhagavan says, what we understand is 0.00001 and what he is 99.999, but we think 0.001 is what we know better than him, but he is the one who is manifesting each one of the thought even for us to understand. Without him it is dead body, it is just matter. With every bit, every cell filled with him is what is you are manifesting right now, even your life.
Otherwise, we are not even experiencing this. That gratitude, that oneness, we understand. That is what Bhagavan says, Brahmanya Bahuputratam. Each one of us is favorite inheritance of the cosmos. It's like you are become suddenly you are begging and you are suddenly $1 trillion dad's kid. What would you feel? What would you experience? That is exactly his power manifestation. In deep gratitude, that overflowing gratitude just starts happening as reality. That is power manifestation. The auspiciousness and abundance just overflow in each of us. Now we'll have one more cycle. If you have already manifested, please share in the chat that whatever you experienced as oneness and the diagram that you drew, you can share at the end of the session in social media. You can just share it in the chat right now. And we'll have one more cycle, Entangling with Bhagwan, and you can choose some other books, or you can ask the partner to give you some other picture, and simply entangle by deeply chanting the Mahavakya, intensely chanting from your navel and vibrating with that, and the vibration raises to the cosmic vibration, you becoming one with Paramashiva and manifesting all the reality. Let's start chanting intensely the Mahavakya. You can hold any Ishta Devata inside you and melt into him. The chanting is so powerful that it will simply take us into the ultimate. Valmiki was born from chanting Mara, not even Rama. And that is the power when the Guru initiates into the higher space. It just becomes reality. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya and experience the oneness and draw whatever is shown by Paramashiva for the breath dimension.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Paramashivam. Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivam.
So beautiful. Please open your eyes. Whatever Devi has shown, please verify it authentically and please share all this great powerful cognition and power manifestation in tinyurl.com/power manifestation. Again and again, why do we have to share? Only when we share to the world, we open our mouth and tell, I am Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva for sure. Otherwise, we are still shy about it and incomplete about it, or we are not true what we are just a hypocrite of ourselves. But when we tell, hey, I manifested today, I just experienced Paramashiva, and this is what Paramashiva showed me, and this is the powerful cognition which shifted me to complete with all the incompletion. When you share, that powerful cognition becomes your reality. Again and again, when you share to the world, you understand that world is just a mirage and it is not true the way you perceive it, and simply it'll rumble down and become Paramashiva for you. Again and again, when you experience the oneness with Paramashiva, you have the ultimate reality. Now, if you see the dollar sign on the YouTube chat, you can offer your contribution to Kailasa. Bhagavan is showering so much for each one of us to manifest the highest reality. All we can do is contribute 1 unit of our currency. What does it help? Each time you contribute, you become Kailasa inside you. Like, for example, you take a coffee brand. Each time you buy the same coffee brand, that is the brand you like the most. You vote for it. You are cognizing it. Same way, how you experience the oneness with Paramashiva, you again drop a coin every time, even it is small, 1 unit of your currency. You start experiencing something phenomenal inside you. You become that Paramashiva. Simple things in our life really shifts us to a higher reality. And Bhagavan has given the greatest gift for all of us to experience the oneness. Let's have the simple integrity, simple obedience to share and more like others sharing in Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power page. So many tons of them have shared. You can go and check and you can also share. And thanking each one of you participating in the Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power session. And thank Bhagwan with a deep gratitude, surrendering your powerful cognition and power manifestation with a deep earning and gratitude, holding that space. I am Paramashiva, becoming our existential reality, and thanking Bhagwan. With that deep gratitude, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. Thank you so much. See you after the next satsang and next darshan in the Kailash Kotiyar Manifesting Power session. 6 p.m. you have in Kailasha. You can log in the Zoom. We have the Kailash Kotiyar. You can participate in that. Thank you, Nityanandam.